Modern tractors are as advanced as the cars that we drive daily, with tons of tech that makes the life of a farmer much easier. But for years, tractors were extremely basic. But in 1938, a company by the name of Minneapolis-Moline thought of changing this by offering a tractor with the same comfort of a car. Sadly, due to many factors, this project failed. So hello guys and welcome back to another video, and here is the story of Minneapolis-Moline UDLX. Minneapolis-Moline was founded in 1929 by merging three Minnesota agricultural companies that have worked in this industry for decades: Minneapolis Steel and Machinery, or MSM, Minneapolis Threshing Machine, or MTM, and Moline Plow. Back in those days, tractors were extremely basic. They were pure work tools with a small number of amenities. But Minneapolis-Moline tried to fix this problem by building a tractor with the comfort of a regular car. There had been a number of tractor manufacturers that have tried to build better and more comfortable tractors before, but Minneapolis-Moline was the first one to combine all these ideas into one. And so, in September 1938, Minneapolis-Moline presented two creations: UDLX Comfortractor and UOPN Sport Roadster.
Luxury tractors, the latest modernism for the farm. Smart sedans for pulling plows and harvesters. Closed cars, very different from the old-fashioned tractor that left the farmer exposed to wind and weather. Speedy too, and agriculture now is just motoring. A snappy bus with a dashboard fit for anybody's streamlined lives. Radio on the steering wheel, an electric heater, and a fan for cooling. But will it plow? Sure, as farming goes streamlined.
Both tractors took different approaches to a more modern tractor. The UPON Sport Roadster, as the name suggests, was the more sportier version, while the UDLX Comfortractor was a more comfortable. And both were heavily inspired by cars of their period, with chrome grille and bumper and the giant wheel arches, which were very uncommon back then, especially for the front wheels. Also, both tractors had headlights, again something very rare back then, but probably the thing that made the life of a farmer much easier was the electric starter. Minneapolis-Moline was looking way ahead into the future with these two tractors. Walter McLaren, the company's president, even said, "It seems to us that if we can offer equipment that will simplify and make the farmer's daily routine less tedious, it's not difficult to convince the younger generation to follow into the steps." The design was basically the same for both tractors. The only difference was that the UDLX had a cabin, while the UPON was opened. Since the cabin on the UDLX was located above the rear wheels, the doors were placed in the back. The Comfortractor had a heater, ceiling lamp, a radio, glove box, sun visor, rear view mirror, built-in clock, fabric upholstery, rubber mats, windshield wipers, a horn, and even a cigarette lighter with an ashtray. Also, the tractor had a full-fledged instrument panel, with a speedometer, fuel level sensor, and a temperature sensor for the water and oil. This wasn't bad at all, because sometimes even production cars weren't this well equipped. Minneapolis-Moline used a 4.6-liter straight-four engine which produced around 42 horsepower, which might sound like not that much, especially when you consider that the tractor weighted 2.9 tons. But thanks to a modified 5-speed gearbox, both tractors could reach a top speed of 65 km per hour. Minneapolis-Moline built 150 tractors, and out of these only 100 were sold, with a majority being UDLX. The other 50 copies were returned back to Minneapolis-Moline factory, where they were stripped out of the bodywork and were converted into normal tractors. So both tractors were quite a flop. Now, there were many reasons why these tractors were a bad idea. First, and the most important one, was the timing. The Great Depression was still going on, so no one, especially the farmers, were looking for such luxuries. The tractors were priced at around $1,900 in 1938's money, which was quite a lot, especially when you consider that all the other tractors were priced at around $1,000, and you still had money left to buy a really nice car. Plus, the UDLX cabin heated up quickly in the heat, since only the windshield could be opened for ventilation, while the side and rear windows were fixed. With the luxury tractor being a failure, Minneapolis-Moline, like basically all the other American companies, started building machines for the military, where they sold a number of tractors. But the strangest vehicle that came around this period was an off-road vehicle, which was called Jeep, but that's a story for another time. But Minneapolis-Moline didn't give up on the cab tractor, since only 1 year later, in 1939, they released another closed cab tractor. This was based on their budget line, the Model R. The cabin was made more practical this time, with the main feature being the side windows, which could be rolled down now. Plus, the cabin was only a $140 upgrade this time. But the market still wasn't ready, since only 400 examples were sold. Minneapolis-Moline went down after the war, and in 1963 they were acquired by White Motor Company, and the name was dropped by White in 1974. Despite being a failure, the UDLX is one of many vehicles that just were ahead of their time. So guys, thank you for watching and see you next time.